to our beloved school director, Dr. Ednas Gonzalez, assistant to the school director, Mr. Florante M. Miranda, Director of Curriculum, Supervision and Instruction, Ms. Maria Edna Soledad Gonzalez Blancaflor, our school principal, Dr. Bernadette Sila Torre, Grade School Supervisor and Coordinator, Mrs. Rebecca Ardisana, members of the faculty, parents and guests, a pleasant day to all of you. We are gathered today, not personally, but using a virtual platform, our first virtual graduation. Nevertheless, we are filled with excitement as we celebrate with our Ednas School of San Carlos preparatory class in their 35th commencement exercises. Our children have achieved a new milestone in learning and are looking forward to an exciting school year. With so much gratitude to our dear Lord for all His blessings and guidance, please join us for the invocation. This will be followed immediately by the Philippine National Anthem.
In whom I trust, and He will raise you up on eagle's wings, bear you on the breath of dawn, make you to shine like the sun, and hold you in the palm. his hand.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now present to you the graduates of the preparatory class of the school year 2019 and 2020. The colors. The administration. The members of the faculty.
tonight, not a footprint to be seen. A kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. The wind is howling like the swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in, heaven knows I tried. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl, always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the sorrow rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway. Funny how some distance makes everything seem small, and the fears that once controlled me can't get to me at all. It's time to see what I can do to test the limit and break through. No right, no wrong, no rules for me. I'm free. Let it go, when no rise like the break of dawn. Let it go, let it go. The perfect girl is gone. I'll try again, I'll try again. I'll try again, I'll try
Let us now go to the distribution of certificates to the prep graduates.
We have the honor to present to you the graduating preparatory class of Prep Matilda. Gian Irvin Camposano E. Licuanan, son of Mr. Gary M. Camposano and Mrs. Elizabeth Licuanan Camposano. Jared Amiel De Vera, son of Miss Maria Jacqueline V. De Vera. Frank Arkin Chino Dizon E. Tikman, son of architect Frank C. Dizon and Mrs. Marizel Tikman Dizon. Emmanuel Thomas Doria E. Revillosa, son of Mr. Samson R. Doria and Mrs. Chona Revillosa Doria. Jeden Levi Mendoza E. Macam, son of Mr. Andrew C. Mendoza and Mrs. Laika Grace Macam Mendoza. Chester Johan Navarro E. Sadomiano, son of Dr. Kenneth Lester V. Navarro and Mrs. Leia Sadomiano Navarro, an alumna of Ednas School of San Carlos, grade school batch 1996. Gabriel Noel Samson E. Adela, son of Mr. Rejoice V. Samson, an alumnus of Ednas School of San Carlos, grade school batch 1995, and Mrs. Elda Adela Samson. Jacob Velasquez E. Soratos, son of Mr. J. Claudius C. Velasquez and Mrs. Jovelyn Soratos Velasquez. Jaden Velasquez E. Soratos, son of Mr. Claudius C. Velasquez and Mrs. Jovelyn Soratos Velasquez. Maria Luella Chanel E. Pobre, daughter of Police Officer 3 Louis G. Andales and Mrs. Maria Sheila Pobre Andales. Sofia Iris Aquino E. Bernardo, daughter of Engineer Rex C. Aquino and Mrs. Michelle Bernardo Aquino. Marga Gail Bacani E. Seralde, daughter of Engineer Melvin S. Bacani and Mrs. Catherine Seralde Bacani. Eliza Jane de Vera E. de Guzman, daughter of Engineer Ilson C. de Vera and Mrs. Janet de Guzman de Vera. Catalea Keith Fernandez E. Valerio, daughter of Mr. Romel D.G. Fernandez and Mrs. Mirna Valerio Fernandez. Chanel Dominic Laguera E. Doria, daughter of Mr. Macario Antonio R. Laguera III and Miss Christine D. Doria, an alumna of Ednas School of San Carlos, High School Batch 2002. Arian Isabel Lumibaw Ipadlan, daughter of Mr. Ryan R. Lumibaw and Mrs. Angie Rose Padlan Lumibaw. Jana Nicole Alexia Perez E. Samera, daughter of Honorable Town Councilor Jake Nicole L. Perez, an alumnus of Ednas School of San Carlos, High School Batch 2007, and Mrs. Annalie S. Perez. Kendra Vine Ramos, daughter of Miss Janine D. Ramos. Eunice Chantal Reyes E. Castro, daughter of Mr. Christopher D. Reyes and Mrs. Eva Castro Reyes. Laida Yvette Talplacido E. Soriano, daughter of Mr. Brian J. P. Talplacido and Mrs. Veramor Rosario Talplacido. Nathania Jarvia Vinluan E. Ripalda, daughter of Mr. Jomar V. Vinluan and Mrs. Isa Ripalda Vinluan. Richan Meyer Vinluan E. Soriano, daughter of Mr. Patrick M. Vinluan and Mrs. Melody Soriano Vinluan. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the graduating preparatory class of Prep Matilda for the school year 2019-2020. Congratulations!
We have the honor to present to you the graduating preparatory class of Prep Big Friendly Giant. Samuel Liam Ballesteros E. Quizon, son of Mr. Ron Ian T. Ballesteros and Mrs. Leia Ann Quizon Ballesteros. Dave Ginuel Bonganciso E. Jimenez, son of Mr. Guillermo L. Bonganciso and Mrs. Jennifer Jimenez Bonganciso. John Aquiles Calicdan E. Corpus, son of Mr. John Marvin A. Calicdan and Mrs. Shelo Corpus Calicdan. Ner Vincent Fernandez E. Absolor, son of Senior Police Officer Master Sergeant Mervin B. Fernandez and Mrs. Jane Absolor Fernandez. Jack Borden Manzon E. Austria, son of Mr. Jerry P. Manzon and Mrs. Liana May Austria Manzon. An alumna of Ednas School of San Carlos, High School Batch 2009. John Lex Elijah Petite E. De Los Santos, son of Staff Sergeant Michael M. Petite and Mrs. Mary Grace De Los Santos Petite. John Matthew Prado E. Rosario, son of Mr. Bernard A. Prado and Mrs. Cherry Rosario Prado. Nima Shumazadeh E. Mendoza, son of Dr. Mansour Shumazadeh and Mrs. Margie Mendoza Shumazadeh. Amir Juan Ivan Sindak E. Dizon, son of Mr. Pip Ivan S. Sindak and Mrs. Daisy Dizon Sindak. Macy Bliss Barberan E. Castro, daughter of Mr. Melvin S. Barberan and Mrs. Candy Anika Castro Barberan, an alumna of Ednas School of Dagupan, High School Batch 2006. Juliana Brielle de la Cruz E. Macaraeg, daughter of Mr. Joel L. de la Cruz and Mrs. Daphne Grace Macaraeg de la Cruz. Kalia Isabel de los Santos E. Barberan, daughter of Mr. Carlo B. de los Santos and Mrs. Robelyn Barberan de los Santos. Sofia Angeline Prado E. Castro, daughter of Mr. William A. Prado and Mrs. Catherine Castro Prado. Margot Rosario E. de la Cruz, daughter of Engineer Michael M. Rosario and Mrs. Evelyn de la Cruz Rosario.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are the graduates of Prep Big Friendly Giant for the school year 2019-2020. Congratulations!
On behalf of Dr. Edna Torrio Gonzalez, our Director of Curriculum, Supervision and Innovation, Ms. Maria Edna Soledad Gonzalez Blancaflor, will deliver the inspirational message.
Greetings to all our graduates and honorees. The end of this school year is quite unprecedented and extraordinary. In the midst of this global pandemic, I have witnessed our children forge on and finish the school year with courage, bravery, and perseverance. Together with the patient support, understanding, and guidance of your parents, you have accomplished the last quarter of this school year using a virtual platform with the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual vigor and excellence expected of an nation. Although my heart misses every one of you, my spirit and prayers reach out and embrace each one of you and your family. When one thinks of graduation, this signals the completion of an era. It is the end of years of hard toil and challenging hurdles. On the other hand, commencement signifies the beginning of a new one. I would like to think of this special event as a beginning of the virtue of adventure, as one artist puts it. It is an adventure and journey of life filled with a high quality and moral standard of studies, hard work, deepening of relationships and experiences, faith, and character. It is like entering a grand and brand new threshold, leaving one room and entering another. For our youngest graduates, it is graduating from preparatory school, then entering grade 1, the beginning of your elementary years. For our grade school and high school honorees, it is finishing another year and onward to the next school year. For our grade 6 graduates, it is ending your elementary school years with the onset of puberty and transitioning to junior high school and teenage life. And for our senior high school graduates, this school year, you are the special and chosen ones. The brains of our young adult graduates are by now perhaps not quite fully developed. In our world that is changing in speeds unimaginable, you will be inheriting an era even more conditioned by digital or virtual platforms, what we now call the new normal. Your growth from young adulthood to adulthood will be a test of your mettle in facing your college years and later on life with grit, grace, and wisdom. As your brains fully mature in your mid and late 20s, your generation will realize that it is important to acquire knowledge in order to find solutions. We see it now in the race to find a swift, safe, and effective treatment and vaccine for COVID-19. It is a time the world's top scientists are coming together and collaborating to beat this virus. Not only is it an exciting time for science, but also an exhilarating time for the field of education. The impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on education globally have certainly caused a degree of inconvenience, but it has prompted new examples of educational innovations. COVID-19 has become a catalyst for educational institutions worldwide to search for innovative solutions in a relatively short period of time. Some of these are learning at home via digital and interactive apps like in Hong Kong. Another is access to learning material through live television broadcasts as applied in China. In Nigeria, asynchronous online learning tools such as reading material via Google Classroom were supplemented with synchronous face-to-face video instruction. In Lebanon, students shot and sent over their own videos of athletic training and sports to their teachers as homework. This pushed students to learn new skills such as shooting, editing, and sending the video in the right format to their teachers. In China, the US, and Japan, we see learners and solution providers truly embracing the learning anywhere, anytime concept of digital education in a range of formats. Now, traditional in-person classroom learning is complemented with new learning modalities, from live broadcasts on TV or radio to learning management systems and educational influencers to virtual reality experiences. Learning, therefore, has become a habit that is integrated into daily routines. Our children got a taste of this true lifestyle of learning last quarter of the school year. The rapid spread of COVID-19 has demonstrated the importance of building resilience to face various threats in our unpredictable world. This pandemic has also reminded us of the skills our students need in these uncertain times, such as informed decision-making, creative problem-solving, and above all, adaptability or grit. To ensure that these skills are a priority for our students, resilience must be built into our educational systems. The Reach Plus Grit program of the Ednas schools aim to demonstrate precisely the resilience and grit educational systems need at this time. The remote Ednas education in a collaborative home powered by grit via a learning management system or LMS directs its targets to reach out and deliver to you the Ednas School curriculum. This is a testament of our unwavering commitment to serve all of you a quality standard of education in the safety of your homes. This will successfully require the active engagement of our parents and guardians to work with us closely and collaboratively so that learning does not stop due to the pandemic. The Ednas School administration, faculty, and staff are excitedly looking forward to applying this program and delivering it to you virtually this coming school year 2020-2021. Yes, it will need rigorous training on our part, our children, and our parents, and yet, together, we can learn as one Ednas School family and community. We are all in this together, and we all are part of the solution. Dear graduates and honorees, you are the chosen ones. You are chosen to fill your mind and spirit with knowledge and virtue, and with them to find solutions to the problems of our world. That is what our education is largely for. It is to build our world and create it to be more interesting because you are in it. You are chosen to love and serve others, and with that love and service, fulfill your highest self, and that is to love and serve the Lord Almighty in all things. The smallest step of love and service can create the most extensive and boundless change in our world. Go forth, my beloved graduates and honorees, and, as I quote one distinguished world leader, explore the sciences that expand your world, the economies that keep it running, and the laws that set us free. But in the process, never lose sight of others in humanity, whom we are called to love and serve. In them and in us, God lives. Your future explorations will show you a facet of God's love for us in His creation, and thus will deepen your relationship with Him. Be kind. In all things, always be kind. And while you walk or run or swim in this adventure of life, find your change and live it. Remember that I will always love you, yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
By continuing to learn in whatever platform and for the unending encouragement and guidance of their teachers and parents, it is now time to give due recognition to deserving pupils. We present to you the most outstanding and outstanding prep pupils, the recipients of the multiple intelligences, the Best in E-Learning Award, and the Perfect Attendance Awards of the Preparatory class of school year 2019 and 2020. The most outstanding prep pupils are ranked 1 to 5, with no grade lower than 90 from 1st to 4th quarter, and with a letter grade not lower than VG or very good. The outstanding prep pupils are ranked 6 to 10, next to the most outstanding prep pupils, with no grade lower than 90, and with a letter grade not lower than VG or very good. The Multiple Intelligences Award are given to pupils who showed excellence in the following areas. Word smart is the ability to use true meaning of words and language effectively. Number smart is the ability to understand relationship between numbers and solves problems using logic. Picture smart is the ability to visualize, create, and manipulate something in space. Music smart is the ability to express oneself and understand and create something through singing and music. Body smart is the ability to use gross and fine motor skills to express oneself doing sports, dancing, and gymnastics. People smart is the ability to be attuned to others people's feelings and emotions. Self-smart is the ability to use understanding of oneself to control one's impulse and behavior. Nature smart is the ability to understand nature, to observe, categorize, and create products and solve problems. Ednas School of San Carlos is also giving the Best in E-Learning Medal Award to pupils who showed excellence in both written and hands-on computer lessons. And the Perfect Attendance Award is presented to pupils who completed the number of days for the school year 2019 and 2020 from August 6 to the day of the lockdown was announced by the city government on March 14, 2020. We have the honor to present to you the most outstanding and outstanding prep pupils and the recipients of the Multiple Intelligences, the Best in E-Learning, and the Perfect Attendance Awards. Most Outstanding, Word Smart, Best in E-Learning, Frank Arkin Chino Dizon E. Tikman, son of architect Frank C. Dizon and Mrs. Maricel Tikman Dizon. Most Outstanding, Number Smart, Catalea Keith Fernandez E. Valerio, daughter of Mr. Romel D. G. Fernandez and Mrs. Mirna Valerio Fernandez. Most Outstanding, Gian Irvin Campusano E. Licuanan, son of Mr. Gary M. Campusano and Mrs. Elizabeth Licuanan Campusano. Most Outstanding, Eunice Chantal Reyes E. Castro, daughter of Mr. Christopher D. Reyes and Mrs. Eva Castro Reyes. Most Outstanding, Nature Smart, Natania Jarvia Vinluan E. Ripalda, daughter of Mr. Jomar V. Vinluan and Mrs. Aiza Ripalda Vinluan. Outstanding, Music Smart, Marga Gail Bacani E. Seralde, daughter of Engineer Melvin S. Bacani and Mrs. Catherine Seralde Bacani. Outstanding, Eliza Jane De Vera E. De Guzman, daughter of Engineer Ilson C. De Vera and Mrs. Janet De Guzman De Vera. Outstanding, Body Smart, Maria Luella Chanel Andales E. Pobre, daughter of Police Officer 3 Louis G. Andales and Mrs. Maria Sheila Pobre Andales. Outstanding, People Smart, Dave Genuel Bonganciso E. Jimenez, son of Mr. Guillermo L. Bonganciso and Mrs. Jennifer Jimenez Bonganciso. Outstanding, Chanel Dominique Laguera E. Doria, daughter of Mr. Macario Antonio R. Laguera III and Miss Christine D. Doria, an alumna of Ednas School of San Carlos, High School Batch 2002. Outstanding, Jacob Velasquez E. Soratos, son of Mr. Jade Claudius C. Velasquez and Engineer Jovelyn Soratos Velasquez. Self-Smart, Kalia Isabel de los Santos E. Barbera, daughter of Mr. Carlo B. de los Santos and Mrs. Robilin Barbera de los Santos. Best in E-Learning, Nima Shumalzadeh E. Mendoza, son of Dr. Manzoor Shumalzadeh and Mrs. Margie Mendoza Shumalzadeh. Perfect attendance, Sofia Iris Aquino E. Bernardo, daughter of Engineer Rexy Aquino and Mrs. Michelle Bernardo Aquino. Perfect attendance, Jedan Levi Mendoza E. Macang, son of Mr. Andrew C. Mendoza and Mrs. Laika Grace Macang Mendoza. Perfect attendance, John Lex Elijah Petite E. de los Santos, son of Staff Sergeant Michael M. Petite and Mrs. Mary Grace de los Santos Petite. Perfect attendance, Jaden Velasquez E. Soratos, son of Mr. Jade Claudius C. Velasquez and Engineer Jovelyn Soratos Velasquez. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the most outstanding MI awardees, Best in E-Learning awardees, and Perfect Attendance awardees of the Preparatory class of the school year 2019 and 2020. Congratulations! To speak in behalf of the Prep graduates, here is Frank Arquinchino T. Dizon for his graduate message.
Beloved School Director, Dr. Edna Gonzalez, the Director of Curriculum Instruction and Innovation, Mrs. Maria Edna Soledad Gonzalez Blancafor, our school principal, Dr. Bernadette Sila Torre, the grade school coordinator, Mrs. Rebecca Ardesana, teachers, parents, and grandparents, guests, and friends. On behalf of the graduating preparatory class of 2019-2020, I greet each one of you a pleasant morning. I am so happy to be able to speak on behalf of my classmates to tell you how grateful we are for the loving support of our school, for making sure that we are learning excellently, whether it is in school or at home, through distance or virtual learning. Our teachers did a good job in preparing us for the next step. We always feel loved and guided during this unusual situation. I also dedicate this moment to my loving parents for their unwavering support. My mom made sure that I did my assignments, reviewed for my quizzes and exams. She helped me finish my modular lessons and to submit them to my teacher on time. I experienced many things during this year that will always stay in my heart. These are the moments I spent with my classmates when I was able to play, talk, and hug them in person. I will always remember not seeing them for many days because my mom said that we are on a lockdown. She also became my teacher during those times and was the one who explained to me words like pandemic, the wearing of face masks, quarantine, and many more. But most of all, she taught me to show compassion and love for others and to appreciate our frontliners, the medical workers who put their lives at risk to cure and save all those people who got sick of COVID-19. I've not been this close to my family and will never forget these new words and their value as I grow. Our graduation is surely a memorable one. There will be no caps and gowns to wear, No stage, no pictures with our classmates, and no hugs from friends. But let us always remember that we care and love one another in spirit. Our sincerest gratitude also goes to our beloved school director and the administrators who made sure that all of us receive the highest quality of education and maintain its excellence using whatever platform, in this case, the digital or virtual platform, a hallmark of Ednas School of San Carlos. So fellow graduates, let us pledge to dedicate ourselves to be responsible global pupils. We promise to contribute to the young, outstanding minds for our school, to our country, and to the world. As future leaders, we'll open the gates for a brighter future. And just a friendly reminder to everyone, always keep safe, stay healthy, and stay home. Congratulations to all of us and a big virtual hug to everyone. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Medals of loyalty are awarded to pupils who studied in Ednas School of San Carlos from nursery to prep. We have the honor to present to you the loyalty awardees of the preparatory class of Ednas School of San Carlos for the school year 2019 and 2020. Maria Luella Chanel Andales y Pobre, daughter of Police Officer 3 Louis G. Andales and Mrs. Maria Sheila Andales Pobre. Marga Gail Bacani y Seralde, daughter of Engineer Melvin S. Bacani and Mrs. Catherine Seralde Bacani. Arkin Chino Dizon E. Tikman, son of architect Frank C. Dizon and Mrs. Maricel Tikman Dizon. Catalea Keith Fernandez y Valerio, daughter of Mr. Romel D. Fernandez and Mrs. Mirna Valerio Fernandez. Dominic Chanel Laguera y Doria, daughter of Mr. Macario Antonio R. Laguera III and Miss Christine D. Doria, an alumna of Ednas School of San Carlos, High School Batch 2002. Kendra Vine Ramos, daughter of Miss Janine D. Ramos. Gabriel Noel Samson E. Adela, son of Mr. Rejoice V. Samson, an alumnus of Ednas School of San Carlos Grade School Batch 1995, and Mrs. Elda Adela Samson. Natania Jarvia Vinluan E. Ripalda, daughter of Mr. Jomar V. Vinluan and Mrs. Aiza Ripalda Vinluan. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the loyalty awardees of the preparatory class of school year 2019 and 2020. Ednas School Dagupan, San Carlos, and Alaminos reaffirmed their commitment to deliver quality education to our children as we prepare for more improved and inspiring days ahead towards August, the beginning of the new school year. Regular enrollment will start on Monday, 29 June 2020 onwards. We will be offering two options for school year 2020 and 2021 enrollment: on campus and online. Opening of online classes will be on a staggered schedule. Monday, 17 August 2020 for grades 12, 11, 10, and 9. Wednesday, 19 August 2020 for grades 8, 7, 6, and 5. Monday, 24 August 2020 for grades 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wednesday, 26 August 2020 for nursery, kinder, and prep. For school year 2020 and 2021 only, there will be no entrance examinations for new pupils and students. Inquiries regarding essential requirements for admissions can be addressed to Mrs. Janet Soriano, Head of Admissions and Guidance at 075-522-2440 or 0917-478-6912. Considering the guidelines set by the government during the General Community Quarantine or GCQ, results of the parent survey, and the prudent deliberation of the school board and leadership, we will adopt the flexible home-based online learning and blended hybrid learning as modalities for school year 2020 and 2021. We are also introducing the Ednas REACH program, Remote Ednas Education in a Collaborative Home. This remote or distance learning program is powered by the force of grit, growth, resilience, innovation, technology. To implement REACH powered by grit, we are partnering with an educational solutions provider of a learning management system. School year 2020 and 2021 will be an extraordinary year for all of us. We believe that the thoughtful expansion of the use of flexible learning modalities traditionally and through technology may lay the foundations for a brighter, more relevant, and robust Ednas school experience in the years ahead. If we all do our part, support each other, and collaborate, we can facilitate together a continuous learning path for our most cherished children during this global pandemic. Traditionally, our graduates sing and perform 2 songs. In this graduation, these songs will be played to showcase and celebrate our graduates' school activities and achievements this year. The Ednas School Hymn is the official alma mater song of Ednasians from when its lyrics and music were originally composed by Patrick Joyce back in the early 70s. Its recent version was musically arranged by Pong Mendoza, a member of the Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra. This will be set on Minecraft, created by our very own students from grade 11 and 12 of Ednas School, Ralph Anthony R. Rafael and Peter Samuel Torres, with the help of Troy Andre Mapanaw, Napoleon Benedict Doria, Julian Kyla Sabado, and Ryan Matthew Aquino. This year's graduation song is from the Disney animated movie Frozen 2, entitled When I Am Older, sung by the character Olaf, a snowman. The song is about Olaf's belief that although he is scared of the things in the enchanted forest, he will realize that they are not as scary once he is older. The elemental spirits of the forest, like the howling of the wind and the rustling of the leaves, confuse Olaf. Their noises startle him and create confusion, therefore making him scared of the dark enchanted forest. These elements seem to attack him, which leads Olaf to believe that everything that happens around him that seems scary will not be scary and confusing when he is older. In these trying times, the COVID-19 pandemic may have confused and scared our youngest graduates. But they will realize that as they grow up and mature, they become braver and wiser. That all things become part of struggles of life, that things will make sense and become not scary after all once they grow older. So prep graduates, please sing along with Olaf in When I Am Older.
This will all make sense when I am older. Someday I will see that this makes sense. One day when I'm old and wise, I'll think back and realize that these were all completely normal events. I'll have all the answers when I'm older, like why we're in this dark enchanted wood. I know in a couple years these will seem like childish fears, so I know this isn't bad, it's good. Excuse me. Growing up means adapting, puzzling out your world and your place. When I'm more mature, I'll feel totally secure, being watched by something with a creepy, creepy face. See, that will all make sense when I am older. So there's no need to be terrified or tense. I'll just dream about a time when I'm in my aged prime. 'Cause when you're older, absolutely everything makes sense. This is fine.
Förstår jag nog när jag blir äldre. Allting ska för mig bli uppenbart.
Юні спом'яну роки та про дивні ці димки нашкрябаю я філософський есек.
大人になったら僕は
Зачем зашли мы в лес так далеко?
Forse basta crescere per poter conoscere e nulla allora ti spaventa più. Chiedo scusa.
Jag går och jag känner jag så mycket mer av allt.
성숙해지면 내가 단단해지면 시시한 게 쳐다봐도 괜찮을 거야.
Jag får en förklaring når jeg først bliver ældre. Tag det roligt og gå ikke i panik.
I'll just dream about a time when I'm in my aged prime. 'Cause when you're older, absolutely everything makes sense. This is fine.
We would like to thank you for your continuous support and love for Ednas School of San Carlos. Rest assured that we are working hard to deliver excellent teaching and learning modalities to your children even during this unprecedented time. We continue to support each other in this most unusual and uncertain circumstance but new normal, virtually and lovingly. Remember to stay home, stay healthy, and stay safe. See you soon. Thank you and God bless your hearts always. Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles is about the lightning that is coming across the world. The sun is the universal symbol of light. Light, in essence, is the absence of darkness. All good in the world is represented with light, and bad with darkness. Hence, the rising sun is a metaphor for something good happening or about to happen. The light of today's honorees and awardees is shining and coming across onto our world of suffering from this pandemic and global crisis. They will make clear and bring out not only their light, but the light of others into the world. This song, featuring the Camden Voices, is a tribute to our beloved children, our first to third line of defense, our Ednas School of San Carlos parents and families, and to all of you who took time to celebrate our honorees and awardees with us.
Here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. It's alright. Here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. It's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Ooh, it's alright. Here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun. It's alright.